Hello, friends. Thanks for joining us here at 6. It's been 8 years in the making, and now a settlement has been reached over some of the historic flooding in 2016.
So the lawsuit has to do with that 5-foot wall right there in the middle of I-12. You know it very well there in Livingston Parish. It's a wall that basically trapped the floodwaters and made things even worse. Our Liam Combs starts us off tonight. Liam.
Hey guys, before you ask, no, the settlement does not have to do with property damage. And if your home was flooded in 2016, you should not expect a payout. What it does is make DOTD build drainage along the interstate so that this does not happen again.
Few will ever forget these horrifying images. The concrete wall on I-12 trapping floodwater. The design making it impossible for water to get through. And now, a $21 million settlement coming from the 5 companies responsible for the design and construction of that wall.
Normally, it's the case that the state does its own design, its own specs, and then simply accepts bids for the construction of whatever it is that they want to build. And in that instance, the contractors are not liable because they're not doing anything but what the owner asked them to do.
But in the case of the I-12 median wall, the lawsuit alleges that DOTD gave the design work to the contractors as well. And as such, the state did not do the proper testing for flood mitigation. The thing is, the state was already sued years ago for building the interstate in a floodplain, leading to a higher flood risk in the area, and had to pay out for property damages. What Bruno found during the case is that the wall itself did not add much to the foundational problem.
If you've got 2 or 3 feet of water in your house and you have an extra couple of inches, the question then becomes, is that worth your while to pursue? Because you're not getting paid for the 2 or 3 feet. You're only getting paid for the extra inches.
The money will go into a DOTD fund earmarked for improving drainage in that particular area. The money will not go into the nearly 40,000 people who live around there.
Anybody who's wondering, how come I'm not getting paid? It's because we withdrew that claim. We didn't make the claim. If we had pursued that claim, it would have been eaten up in transaction costs.
The wall is still just the way it was in 2016. DOTD will use some of the settlement money to create a wall that has openings along the bottom from Millerville to near the Satsuma exit. But before that can happen, a district judge will hold a fairness hearing next year to decide if the settlement is enough to complete the required drainage.
Now that fairness hearing is set for February 3rd at the 19th JDC here in Baton Rouge. Guys.
All right, Liam, thank you for that. Plenty of